Hello and welcome to Nikolai's Genetics Lessons. In this video I'm going to explain you how by analyzing DNA or RNA composition we can say whether it is single-stranded or double-stranded or maybe hybrid of both. So here's a problem. For each of the following nucleic acid molecules, deduce whether it is DNA or RNA and single-stranded or double-stranded. In order to solve this problem, everything we have to know that adenine would always base pair with thymine or uracil in RNA, and guanine would always base pairs with cytosine, both in DNA and RNA. So let's analyze line A first, but before that I want to give you one more picture. So imagine we have double-stranded DNA, and here we have on this strand adenine, on the other strand we always would have thymine, and when we have here guanine, on the other strand we always would have cytosine, and if we would have for example thymine here, on this strand we would have adenine. So as you see, in the double-stranded DNA, number of adenines always equal to number of thymines, number of cytosines would always equal to number of guanines. So now we can analyze first line, and as you see, number of adenines 33%, number of thymines is 33%, so perfect match. Number of guanines 17%, number of cytosines 17%, perfect match. So we can say that this is double-stranded DNA. So answer A would be double-stranded DNA. Let's analyze the second line, line B. We have 33% adenines here and 17% of thymines. We have 33% of guanines and guanine base pairs with cytosine, and we have 17% of the cytosine. So as you see, number of adenines doesn't equal to number of thymines, and number of guanines doesn't equal to number of cytosines. And we have base pairs here: adenine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine. That means that this is DNA, not RNA. And because numbers doesn't equal to each other as it should in a perfect match of the double-stranded DNA, that means that this is going to be a single-stranded DNA. Next line C, and this is it has 26 adenines and 0 thymines, but it has 26 uracils, and as you remember, adenine in message RNA would base pair with uracil, and we have 24 guanines and 24 cytosines, so perfect match. And that means that here we deal with RNA. So see, this is going to be RNA, and this is going to be double-stranded RNA. And D, we have here 21 adenines and 21 thymines. We have 40 guanines, and we have 18 cytosines. That means that this pair doesn't match, and that means that this is DNA but single-stranded. So D would be single-stranded DNA. And line E, we have 15% adenines here and 0% of thymines, but we have 15% of uracils here. we have 40% of guanines, and we have 30% of cytosines. So this pair doesn't match. That means that here we have, this is going to be E, we have single-stranded RNA. And the last line, here we have 30% of adenines, and we have adenine base pair with thymine. We have 15% of thymine here. But as you see, we also have uracil here. So that means that this is double-stranded. We have one strand that is DNA and another strand that is RNA, because we have both thymine and uracil here. If we wouldn't have thymine here, we would say that this is going to be RNA. If we wouldn't have uracil here, we would say that this is DNA. But because we have both thymine and uracil, we can say that this is hybrid. That means that one strand is DNA, another strand is RNA. Let's check guanine. Guanine base pairs with cytosine, and this is perfect match. And as you see, number of adenines here is 30. That means it base pairs with 15 thymine and 15 uracil. So also perfect match. So whenever we have, for example, adenine on the DNA strand, this would base pair with uracil, but whenever we have adenine on the RNA strand, this would base pair with thymines. So perfect match. And that means that answer for line F would be hybrid. So this is going to be double-stranded DNA RNA hybrid. And this is all for today. Thank you for your attention. Please subscribe for more new videos that I post almost every day. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please write your comments, questions if you have any, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.